Never fall in love with these 6 types of men. Have you ever found yourself falling for someone who seemed perfect at first, only to later realize they weren't exactly who you thought they were? Or worse, they were the exact type of man you should have avoided in the first place? In today's video, we're diving into the 6 types of men you should never fall in love with, based on psychological insights and fascinating human behavior facts. Whether it's their charm, confidence, or the way they make you feel like you're the only person in the world, these types of men can be dangerously alluring. But, trust me, they all have a dark side that could leave you heartbroken, confused, or worse, emotionally drained. And the best part? Knowing what to look out for can help you protect yourself from falling into the same patterns, and even help you recognize these traits in your current or future relationships. Stick around as we explore these 6 types of men, and discover why their personalities, while captivating, might not be worth your time or emotional investment. Grab a seat, hit that like button, and let's dive deep into some psychology-based relationship wisdom that could change the way you see love forever. 1. The commitment-phobic man. First up, we have the commitment-phobic man, the type who's always ready to have fun, but never quite ready to settle down. At first, he may seem like the life of the party, spontaneous and carefree. His freedom seems intoxicating, and you may feel like he's the kind of guy who brings excitement into your life. But here's the catch: commitment-phobic men are terrified of being tied down. They constantly fear losing their independence, which can cause them to avoid long-term commitments, even if they genuinely care for you. Psychologically, this fear is often rooted in past experiences, whether it's a bad breakup or childhood trauma. It's common for commitment-phobic men to create emotional walls that prevent them from forming deep, lasting connections. This means you could find yourself stuck in a relationship where you're giving more than you're receiving, always questioning whether he'll ever truly be there for you when you need him. While the chemistry might be strong, it's important to recognize that emotional availability is key to a healthy, fulfilling relationship. Don't ignore the red flags. If he's avoiding serious conversations or constantly disappearing when things get too real, it's time to let him go. 2. The narcissist. Next on the list is the narcissist. At first, the narcissist may come off as charismatic, confident, and full of charm. He knows how to make you feel like the center of attention, but this is all part of his grand act. The narcissist's world revolves around himself, his needs, his desires, and his ego. You might find yourself constantly complimenting him, reassuring him, and even sacrificing your own needs to meet his. But here's the harsh reality: narcissists are emotionally draining. Psychologically, narcissists tend to lack empathy and are often manipulative in relationships. They're experts at making you feel special at first, but as time goes on, they'll expect constant admiration and validation. If you don't provide this, they'll begin to devalue you, making you feel unimportant or invisible. Love with a narcissist is often one-sided, where your needs take a back seat. The relationship becomes a power struggle, and you may find yourself losing your sense of self-worth. Instead of building you up, a narcissist will constantly make you feel like you're never good enough. If you start noticing these patterns early on, don't ignore them, protect your emotional well-being and walk away before the damage is done. 3. The emotionally unavailable man. The emotionally unavailable man is a type that many of us have encountered at some point in our love lives. He may seem like a great catch at first. He's successful, handsome, and knows exactly what to say to make you feel seen. But when it comes to truly connecting on an emotional level, he's nowhere to be found. At times, he might seem distant, or he may avoid deep, meaningful conversations altogether. If he's not opening up or showing genuine care for your feelings, then it's likely he's emotionally unavailable. Psychologically, emotionally unavailable men often have unresolved emotional baggage, whether it's from past relationships or childhood experiences that left them feeling vulnerable. These men may have learned to suppress their emotions as a coping mechanism, leaving them unable to provide the emotional support you need. If you're constantly feeling like you're the one doing all the emotional work, it's a clear sign that you're with someone who isn't ready or able to connect on a deeper level. If you're looking for love that is supportive, nurturing, and reciprocal, it's time to move on and avoid the emotional roller coaster that comes with being with someone emotionally unavailable. 4. The manipulative man. The manipulative man is a master at twisting words and controlling situations to his advantage. He'll make you believe that everything he does is for your benefit, but in reality, he's only looking out for himself. One of the most dangerous aspects of a manipulative man is his ability to make you doubt yourself. He'll make you feel guilty for things you didn't do, and convince you that your needs and feelings don't matter. Over time, This emotional manipulation can make you feel trapped and powerless. Psychologically, manipulative men often use tactics like gaslighting, guilt tripping, and blame shifting to maintain control in the relationship. They prey on your insecurities and make you feel as though you owe them something, even when they're the ones taking advantage of you. If you start feeling confused or constantly second-guessing your own perceptions, it's a big red flag that you're dealing with a manipulator. In the long run, this kind of toxic behavior can lead to emotional abuse and a loss of your personal identity. If you spot these signs early, don't ignore them. A manipulative relationship will only drain you, and you deserve far better. 5. The Mr. Perfect with hidden red flags. Have you ever met someone who seemed too good to be true? Well, that's often the case with the Mr. Perfect type. He's got the looks, the charm, the personality, and everything else you could want in a partner. But underneath that shiny exterior, there may be hidden red flags that are easy to overlook. This man may be so perfect that it feels like he's almost trying too hard to impress you, and while that can feel flattering at first, it's important to ask yourself why he's going to such lengths. Psychologically, this type of man may be hiding something from his past, whether it's emotional scars, previous toxic relationships, or habits that could lead to future conflicts. Often, men who appear perfect may be hiding insecurities or unresolved issues that they'll later project onto you. They may have difficulty being authentic, which means the perfect version of them you're falling for might not actually be the real person. If you begin noticing inconsistencies in his behavior or his story doesn't always add up, it's time to dig a little deeper. Perfection is often a facade, and falling for someone with hidden baggage can lead to a lot of heartbreak and confusion. 6. The Player. And last, but certainly not least, we have the player. The player is smooth, charming, and knows how to make you feel like the most important person in the room. He's a master of seduction, but the sad truth is, he's not really interested in building a genuine connection. The player has no intention of being exclusive, and his goal is to keep you hooked while he pursues multiple other options. He's not looking for a relationship, he's just looking for his next conquest. Psychologically, players often lack emotional maturity and are driven by ego and the need for validation. They play mind games to keep you emotionally invested while they maintain their freedom. If you're with a player, you may find yourself feeling constantly uncertain about where you stand with him, and it can leave you feeling frustrated and confused. Players rarely change, so if you suspect you're dealing with one, it's important to cut ties before you invest too much of your time and energy. Relationships with players rarely end well, and you deserve someone who is just as committed to you as you are to them. Conclusion. So, there you have it, the 6 types of men you should never fall in love with. Protect your heart, trust your instincts, and remember that a healthy relationship is one where both partners are emotionally available, kind, and willing to invest in each other. Have you encountered any of these types in your own life? Let me know in the comments below. And, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more psychology-based relationship advice. Stay strong and make sure you choose the right partner for you.